One take. This is NBA One Take, featuring yours truly. This NBA One Take for your head, NBA One Take for your brain. Got a headache. The Lakers lost last night, Game 1 of the NBA playoffs against the Portland Trail Blazers, and I'm really disgusted in what I was watching and what I think will be happening later on as the series progress. Anthony Davis had 28. LeBron had a triple-double. 20 and 15, 15. First player to do it. I hate when it was just Chris Webber was annoying me, like saying this on TNT. I don't need to hear that. It's about how well you play and if your team wins the game. And I was just watching just player after player, like Danny Green missing shots, KCP going to the basket. He only had 1 point. KCP had 1 point. Had wide open opportunities missing. Kyle Kuzma shot bad, but he was being aggressive. He made some timely plays. The defense was terrible, especially guarding Lillard. My thing is, with Lillard, I'd rather him be a driver than you double teaming him, fouling him at the three, or you're not defending him to the point that you're scared of him hitting 37-foot bombs. Hey, listen, I know he can make it. You go out there, you hedge, and then he has to make it. Whatever. But I don't want him, you guys hedging off, he's driving, and then he's kicking, you're doubling, and he's continue to kick to wide open shooters. You're not getting it. Gary Trent Jr. and Melo can shoot. And that's point blank. And he was making good shots. Nurk played well. Nurk played well for them. He's, still playing with a heavy heart. He had 16 and 15, and CJ at 21. I don't know. It's tough. But we have to see what's happening, what will happen later on, because this is just not thing. And the Bucks lost. Milwaukee. They lost Game 1 against Orlando Magic, the team with the home court every game they play, because they're in Orlando's bubble. Giannis did everything. Nothing much for Chris Middleton. But I was watching, Orlando was hitting threes. You got Terrence Ross, and Vujacic was working through it. Markelle Fultz had a good game. It was a lot. You had Clark hit 4 of 12, only took threes. James Ennis played well. Bucks is not saying they're in trouble, but somewhat in the same thing as the Lakers. And Miami Heat, their Game 1 against the Indiana Pacers, T.J. Warren and Brogdon played well, but that's it. Oladipo had 4 points. Couldn't really even play. It's like, but Butler, Bam, and Dragic led the way and get the big win. So they was really putting a lot of pressure on them, especially defensively. And it was Miami, showed their dominance. I think they're going to possibly make quick work of this team. And the last game was Oklahoma City and Houston. Well, this was just a blowout. I mean, you see the late box score, but the details of the game was that they was just Rock was just sizzling the whole game. Harden had 37. Russ is still out. He may come later on in this series or possibly the next series after that because OKC don't got a chance. I tell people, listen, they're not going to win. Eric Gordon had 21. Jeff Green off the bench had a great game with 22. But what do we say of OKC? You know, Chris Paul played well and Shea Tony had 9 and Gallo had 29, but that's about it. And Steven Adams in double, but it's just a lack of depth, especially with the bench. Even though they had Schroeder, but it's they need more help, and this is going to be it's going to be real tough battle for Oklahoma City because of lack of depth to consistent depth to get it done. But yeah, I'm still ticked off with this Laker thing. I don't know. It's the bubble, unpredictability, right? It's almost like would have an even playing ground, even playing field. But this is NBA One Take's Pretty Boy Laker, and I'm out.